Wait, no.
Well, actually, Obi-Wan, he said this in 10 minutes in, and then we're going to do. I would not do that.
Yeah.
My voice is already saturated enough.
Saturated.
When will Mopa shut up? Tune in today and see.
When will we stop? Never.
Maybe tomorrow, but who knows?
Well, I'm already recording. I just had a thought that we're not going to stop this show ever, and then our children are going to take up the mantle when they're like 15.
Yep.
So
we'll have like 4 or 5 listens by then.
Rogue Squadron will be like 25 years old, and then we hire new hosts who happen to be our kids. Star Wars doesn't even exist anymore.
We're still talking about it.
Disney's taken over the world. Star Wars is gone. They let go of Lucasfilm. All right, anyways.
Okay, kids, let's go.
Let's begin the show, why don't we? We're feeling good today, except for, most of the happenings. Because it's another day here.
You guys are so funny.
Death Star hasn't shown up and hasn't blown Earth up, so it's a good day in my book. The Book of Mopah.
Mopah book.
Hello there.
The Mopah book.
Looking. Found someone you have, I would say.
May the force be with us. Fucking A.
Good day, Galaxy Rogue Squadron Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in.
You're welcome.
My name is Mopar.
My name is Commander Cody. Commander Cody.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think you brought that up last episode that he does like pronounce it weird. Commander Cody. It's like, what? What did you say?
Yeah.
My name's Cody.
You know how much more hyped I would have been in 2005 if I thought that I was in Star Wars?
Yeah.
Would have changed my life. It took a few years for me to catch on. I think it was like 2000. I think it was like 2 years after that. I was trying to change my gamer tag to something, and I was like, "What should we do? What should we do?" And Butterclone was like, "You should be Commander Cody." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Revenge of the Sith." I was like, "What?" I must not have been a true Star Wars fan until that day.
That day, Commander Cody was born.
Yeah. So here we are. Welcome back. 262, everybody. 262.
Bad to the bone.
That's a pretty good tune.
You know what says bad to the bone? A hard stutter. Bad.
George Thorogood is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's a ridiculous person.
Can you imagine just a biker? I'm going to fuck you up. What?
Well,
what did you just say?
It worked for Arnold and James Cameron. They thought it worked.
Yeah.
What says futuristic cyborg like nothing else? Oh, yeah. Bad.
Dickwad.
Oh, man.
So Star Wars continues.
I think it does. I haven't heard anything new this week. Well, Star Wars related. I mean, I haven't heard anything new this week.
Yeah, no big drops or bombs or anything.
But Lucasfilm didn't shut down or anything, so that's good.
Yeah, for now. I do have some theorizings. I'm assuming we've talked about this back in the day, but I do want to bring it up because it's kind of a glaring thing from episode 4 and episode 5, 6. About
glaring from the original.
It's like
trilogy?
something that, like, if you just sit there and think about it for a second, it's pretty obvious. I don't think we've sat and like drawn it out in front of us, and it has to do with Obi-Wan and Yoda.
Okay. Always
there
down
is
to talk about Obi-Wan and Yoda.
Yeah. There was something else that I had in my mind.
Nice.
So the most recent thing that I watched was the first Iron Man. I kind of wanted to go back because we were talking about kind of the wide depth,
world of Marvel.
the depth of Marvel that is Marvel.
The marvelous depths of Marvel, which is Marvel. Marvel made it.
But you know what? I wanted to go back to the very beginning of the MCU and just kind of dabble and see, does it hold up? Am I still interested? I don't know. Do I still feel overwhelmed? Like if I watch, I love WandaVision, but it is, and it does stand alone, and I think it's perfect for its timing.
Yes.
But it is also nice to go back where it's just innocent, nothing else. It's good. I'm watching Iron Man. Guess who the fuck's gonna be in it? Iron Man, and that's it. It doesn't have to hard diet anything. I mean, they were planting the seeds, obviously, but
Yeah, well, it's number one, numero uno.
yeah, I just it holds up so well. It really does. I watched it. I was thoroughly entertained. I didn't watch it all the way to the end. I ended up just getting tired and turning it off. But I mean, I was probably 3/4 of the way through, and I was still just like, man, if I wasn't so beat, I'd easily watch the rest of this.
Yeah.
It just it's great.
That's good to hear. I mentioned that we were kind of getting excited about Marvel, and I'm going back and letting Mrs. Commander watch some of the old ones, but I haven't seen Iron Man since I did a little marathon before Infinity War. So that's 2.5 years. So a lot of the Marvel movies I haven't seen since then. There's some that I rewatch a lot, like Infinity War and Endgame, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers. I watch those pretty often. Civil War is far and wide one of my favorites. But yeah,
that's one I have.
OG. And Iron Man 2 and 3, I've only seen once, and again, not since my little Infinity War marathon. So I might just go back to the beginning, dude. I might just go back and chronologically go through the whole thing.
Yeah, and there's some big names at the top. You know, I think that carry that movie quite well.
Big Lebowski.
Well, like that's one of the big ones that I didn't. Not that I forgot. I just forgot how big of a role his character was. Like he is the whole fucking movie, and he plays it so well. And it's cool to see kind of the good guy and the bad guy as like close associates.
Yep.
90% of the movie. So
one guy who wants power, the other guy who wants to use it for good.
Yeah, to make
gonna win
guns and ammo for good, bro.
Yeah,
rockets, more rockets,
lasers for the good guys, dude. Good guys.
Sharks with frickin' laser beams
attached to their heads.
Yeah, Dr. Evil was ahead of the game.
Totally, that's the original Iron Man, really.
Robert Downey Jr. also just holds it down.
Yes,
Hold Downey
fantastic
Jr.
actor. Yes,
Hold Downey Jr. and he aged very well for how long this has been drawn out.
Yeah,
if he aged poorly over the last decade, it would have felt weird because it would have been I'm just saying
if he was Grandpa Iron Man.
No, I'm just saying to go back and watch the original Iron Man, it would have probably felt like he was so young, but it's still really relevant, and I think it just works. But no, again, Jeff Bridges just it's so
killed
believable.
Yeah.
It's really so believable, and it helps when you have those pinnacle cast members that just
he's just a great actor through and through, man. You know what I saw pop up on, I don't know if it was a Facebook ad or if it was just someone's story on Instagram, but somebody was talking about how good Tron is, and I realized I never saw the old Tron, and I never saw the remake with Jeff Bridges.
I didn't know he was in it.
Yeah, they remade it in like 2010 or something.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now, 2010.
Oh, was that right? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add that to my little movie watching list right now.
You know, it was another one that I felt had good reviews and bad reviews was The Men That Stare at Goats. The Men Who Stare at Goats. It was kind of like a parody weird war time movie, but huge names in that one. And he's in that too. Yeah, Looney's in it.
Looney Clooney.
Looney Clooney. I know. Looney's in it. Obi-Wan's in it. Jeff Bridges is in it. Kevin Spacey. I mean, there's huge names in that movie.
Damn, bro.
Looney's in it. Oh, Nick Offer. I can't think of his last name.
Offerman.
Yeah.
You can just say Ron Swanson.
Ron Swanson and Obi-Wan. Yeah. Yeah, Jeff Bridges, I feel weird calling him a great actor because I only have seen him, admittedly, in 2 movies. I'm looking through his filmography. I've seen him in, obviously, The Big Lebowski.
Fantastic.
He's in Crazy Heart. Never seen that. Hell or High Water. True Grit. Bad Times. Only the Brave.
You just went George Thorogood when you said that one time.
Hell
Hell or High Water
Whoa.
remix.
No, I'm gonna have to dive into some of this because
Yeah, you're probably right. I hold him in such high regard because of his performance, but I probably only seen him in like 3 or 4 things.
yeah, Iron
If I
Man,
had to guess.
Iron Man, and The Big Lebowski is the only thing that's holding up for me.
Wow.
So I do need to go back and like True Grit. I know Hell or High Fluids, and then the other one that he was in.
Hell or High 2-0.
Hell or H2O.
Oh my god.
I got some trivia stuff for you.
For what? Star Wars or Marvel?
Yeah, Star Wars. Random. I went to StarWars.com and I didn't realize it looks like they do a weekly trivia.
StarWars.com. Jesus.
I'm gonna toss this out.
StarWars.com.
If these are good, we'll just keep rocking with these. But let's go through some of these.
Once a day, StarWars.com. See if you can stump us. Ain't
Oh,
gonna
they'll stump us.
happen unless it comes from Resistance.
First question. What household item was used as miniature background spectators in the pod race shots in The Phantom Menace?
Oh, egg cartons.
A. Bobby pins. B. Q-tips. Matches or clothespins. And I want to say it was. Go ahead.
I guess I would say Q-tips.
So would I. Let's see if we were right. B. Q-tips for the da-na-na-na-na-na. So we got 1 for 1.
Before I heard the options, I jumped into egg cartons. I feel like that's not a bad guess.
Yeah, there's probably egg
Bottom of
cartons
egg
too.
cartons.
Yeah. Some of these are pretty simple, but so what is the name of the creature lurking inside the Death Star trash compactor in A New Hope?
The Dianoga.
Dianoga. I always want to call it like a Diadoga.
Diagon Alley.
Diagon. That's what I want to call it. Is Diagon. They also have. Let's go through these other fucking answers. The Colo Clawfish, OPC Killer, and the Anaconda. Oh, the Anacondan. Okay.
Anacondan?
The Anacondan.
OPC Killer is one of the multiple fish when Qui-Gon says there's always a bigger fish.
Oh.
One of those is an OPC Killer. Probably the thing that comes out and kills the sea monster.
Yeah.
The other sea monster that kills
The Colo Clawfish.
The fucking Godzilla looking thing.
Number 3. So we got that one. So number 3. Whose face did Luke Skywalker see in Darth Vader's helmet after defeating a vision of him in the cave of Dagobah?
His own.
Okay.
It's an omen.
Now, number 4. This one made me think for a half second. What price did Jabba settle on for Chewbacca from the bounty hunter Bausch?
20,000, no less.
No. That's not even an answer.
Oh, really?
What price did Jabba settle on? 50,000, 35, 40, or 10?
Oh, it must be 10 then.
No, you're wrong there too.
What?
I know this answer. Because Bausch, well, it's Leia, but he says 50. 50,
Right.
50. And he laughs, and I think they settle on 35.
Oh, Jabba must be the one that says 20.
I think Jabba starts at 20, and then, Bausch says 50.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
how does that go? He says 50, and he says, I'll give you 30, no more than 30. And then that's when the thermal detonator comes out. 35, you bitch. And then I like your... Let me just confirm that I'm correct. Number 4 is B. 35. 35 is the correct answer for what they settled on.
I failed.
Yeah, you're...
We need a new co-host.
Who was the moof milker who put a compressor? I'm not going to even finish the question.
I'm trying to think if it was Ankar Plutt or if it was the person that stole it before Ankar Plutt.
It was Ankar Plutt.
I think Ankar Plutt, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that stole it before him, though?
I don't know.
Duquesne.
Duquesne. And then there was like the Rodney brothers or some shit.
It's Contra Club, dude. Rodney Club.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah, let's go to a couple more.
One new question every week, or is it like a whole new set of questions every week?
That was all this week, March 11th. So they had five questions. And I'm just scrolling down. It goes back to March 25th. Let's run through 5 of these.
Oh, nice. It's once a day. Cool.
Complete the following Darth Vader quote. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the
master.
Bitch. Yes. Number 2, what did Admiral Piet call the bounty hunters assembled on the bridge of the Executor?
Scum. We don't need this scum.
Scum. Yeah, I know it wasn't because so the answers are trash, scum, junk, or meanies. So obviously it's not trash or meanies. And
we don't need these meanies. Get them off my bridge.
And junk doesn't even make sense. So yes, B. I should probably be confirming these. Oh, they don't have the answers under this one.
Well, good thing we're Star Wars fans. We know the answer.
Yeah. Number 3, how many clawed fingers does a Rancor have?
Ooh.
On each deadly hand. I'm picturing 3, which is weird because
yeah, Yoda has 3.
Yoda has 3.
And I think Bosk has 3 too.
Would it make sense to have 4? So 3 claws and a thumb?
I'm going to say 4.
I'll agree with 4. Well, that's the bad thing. They didn't put the answers for this week.
Oh, well, that's weird.
Well, Google, let's confirm here.
Oh.
Rancor. Boom. Rancor means bitterness or resentfulness, especially when long-standing. Just in case you were wondering.
Thank you.
I am seeing...
There's a little pinky nub there. I think there's 4.
There's 4.
Yeah. That pinky one's almost hidden, though. I almost said 3 for a second. Yeah, there's 4.
Man, what a crazy hand. That's a weird thing to say, but like he has 3 very long fingers and then like a snub of a thumb or something.
Or his thumb is backwards then, maybe. Not his pinky. His thumb is backwards.
No, I'm seeing a yeah. Yeah, weird question, but yeah, the answer's seemingly 4. What does BB-8 blast at the Canto Bite police officers? Coins. Next question. What colors Obi-Wan's... Okay. Hold on to your butts. This is a serious question. What color is Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber?
Why?
Why did you... I mean, some of these questions are like, oh, fuck, what is that? And then they ask this. So clearly
what household item was used for the audience at the pod race? And then you go to like, what color is Darth Vader's mask?
What is Darth's last name?
Maul. Damn it. That's right.
All right, I want to do a couple more because I kind of like this. What is the galactic placement of the planet Geonosis?
Galactic placement, I guess.
Is it inner rim, unknown regions, outer rim, or mid rim? I have an assumption.
The outer rim, I think, yeah.
I would assume outer rim as well. Star Wars galactic map. Yeah.
Wait, there's no answer for that one either?
Oh.
If a non-Star Wars fan was listening to these kind of questions and knew that we knew them all, they would be like, what knowledge do you have? Why aren't you a doctor?
It is indeed the outer rim. So we're
okay,
right.
Good.
How old was Warwick Davis when he played Wicket in Return of the Jedi?
See, that's the kind of trivia that I do not know and almost don't care about.
This is the kind of trivia that I like because I don't know it immediately. What color?
Yeah, but it's not. See, but I hate the trivia that you wouldn't know from watching the movie or reading like the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, this isn't in
like
world. These
trivia.
aren't in world questions. Yeah,
correct.
These are.
Yeah.
I have.
Is there a multiple choice or no?
Yeah, so 11, 16, 14, or 18.
18, I'm gonna say.
Oh no, he was super young. I want to say he was 11, maybe 14. Let's see, number 2. 2 is A. 11.
Warwick Day was A.
Sorry, the second question, which we're on, the answer is 11. 11 years old in Return of the Jedi. 2 is A.
It's like what?
Yes, the answer's 11. Yeah, because it makes sense because I knew he was so young because that's why he was able to do more shit 30 years later because he's really not that old.
Oh, all right. Good
'Cause
job,
11
Mama.
Well, just think if he was 11 in return, that's 83. So, well, I mean, that still makes you kind of fucking old. You're born in early 70s. Yeah.
72.
A couple more here. What did the crew of The Last Jedi nickname BB-9E on set? BB-9, BB-Hate, BB-8's evil brother, or BB-Meanie?
Probably BB hate.
I agree. What number? 3. BB-Hate. Yes.
BB meanie.
These are terrible. A couple more and we'll wrap this up.
I would, if they actually called it BB meanie while they were filming, I would switch sides and start hating The Last Jedi. For that alone.
Agreed.
That's not, you can't do that.
Which young bounty hunter plotted to assassinate Mace Windu during the duel on Coruscant?
The duel on course. What?
Which young bounty hunter plotted to assassinate Mace Windu during the duel on Coruscant?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's Boba Fett, but what is the duel on Coruscant? Like, is that an episode of the Clone Wars?
It must be, and that's the only reasonable answer. Jango Fett, Aurra Singh, Boba Fett, or Bosk. And obviously, it's got to be Boba Fett because Mace Windu killed your father.
Yeah, there's a whole arc. I just didn't know. They must be using the title of the episode.
Yeah, Duel on Coruscant's all capitalized, so it's like that must have been a title. Last one. How old was Padme Amidala when she joined the Legislative Youth Program?
12.
Correct.
Told you.
We're done with that.
Told you I used to watch Attack of the Clones way too much.
12.
She talks about it when she talks about the first guy that she liked, and Anakin was like, "Whatever happened to him?" And she gives this whole rant about when she joined up, whatever. Yeah, 12. And I think she was elected to queen when she was 14.
Yep.
So that's young as shit. Unless Nubians are like the opposite of Yoda and they age really fast. So you're 14 and you actually are wise enough to be like 30.
I think I was 14 when I learned how to wipe my own ass. Pretty sure. Yeah. It was a hell of a Tuesday.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. No, I don't mind
puts
those.
You in like 40th percentile. Things could be worse.
Yeah, I'm still learning. So
it's an ongoing learning session. It's an ongoing struggle.
The techniques, there's so much, so many.
Every day's a little different.
Yep. No, we're done with that shit.
Oh.
That
was fun. Trivia song.
So, original trilogy talk.
Yeah, what's got you
Let me
irritated?
try to remind myself how this sparked. Oh, so there's going to be two.
Spark.
There's going to be two theories here.
Okay.
One of them's like a hardcore theory, and the other one I just I copied and pasted to the original trilogy. So the theory is that I saw a picture of Luke in episode 8, and it kind of had different pictures of him. And the assumption or theory was that Luke was dead the whole time.
Okay.
On that hidden, I'm going blank on that island.
Octo.
Thank you, Octo. Which, it's nice. It's a cool theory because it doesn't change anything. I mean, from a certain point of view, what my argument against it was going to be is, well, he was physically hitting blades with Ben but he wasn't.
He wasn't, but he was physically hitting stuff with Rey when she gets pissed off.
Yeah, I think there's something mentally that you could still, like, if you think he's there and there's some mind play, like swinging at him. I don't know. You don't believe that there could be a Jedi mind trick?
Not when you're swinging at him, you would notice that your blade is not getting blocked by anything.
But whatever,
like it would just
I get it, but
swipe right through the air,
But the mind play would be like if you plan on hitting something. I don't know, like Yoda struck a tree with lightning. They can change the physical realm from a ghost perspective. So blocking especially blocking a lightsaber or something that you're very familiar with. Well, he was blocking her.
It was a
staff.
stick for a second there.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I feel like if you were gonna go and glance a weapon against something, you might kind of, well, no, I feel like you don't try to stop it at a certain distance. Like you're trying to slash through the thing, you know? So you would notice if you hit it and it doesn't like, reflect or bounce back or something. So
yeah,
it puts the kibosh on that theory. Let's go to the next episode.
It's kind of cool because so the pictures were of him really old. It also showed him like from that Jedi tree that burns down, viewing out that little entrance, and there was a view of it with him and without him. So it was kind of like just saying, hey, he's like spiritually here on this island, but you're just seeing shit, bro. Rey is just seeing what she wants to see, who is Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea.
And it also pointed towards the X-wing that's fucked in the bay, like he crash landed almost.
He did crash land, yeah.
So they were. I guess that was another thing to point towards, like, hey, maybe.
Well, he wouldn't have grown that old then if he died then. Isn't that like ghost rules? Like you look the same way you look when you died.
Who knows when he crash landed there?
But I guess if he can force project himself to look younger, then he can force project himself to look older.
Why would he be younger?
I'm just saying, like, if he crash landed and then was on Octo waiting for like 10 years, he obviously would age. Like, but his Force Ghost, if he died back then, it would look the same as he did when he crash landed, which would be 10 years younger. I'm using 10 hypothetically. But...
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's like 2.
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, because look at Ben's age in the flashbacks when he's training at the Jedi Temple. I don't feel like he's
like 17,
12. He looks 17. I guess you
he's
think
he's like 28 in
oh wow
the sequels. Yeah, he's born like, I think he's like being born during Mandalorian.
He's being born.
Yeah, or he's like a year or two old. Like he's very young. Look up his ABY birthday.
Kylo Ren.
Ben Solo, please. If you could use his given name.
Ben Demption birthday.
Very low starting point.
5 ABY.
Yeah. Oh, so that is like right after Return of the Jedi then. So little baby Ben is bumbling around while Mando's happening.
He was born on
Chandrila.
Yeah, Chandrila. What is Chandrila?
It is, I think that becomes the new capital of the New Republic instead of Coruscant. I think.
I'm looking that up. Chandrila was a planet in the core worlds of the galaxy. The female human Mon Mothma hailed from there.
All right, here's a conundrum we have to answer. I'm taking you off topic of your Luke theory.
Okay.
But, so you just said Kylo was born 5 ABY.
Mm-hmm.
Mandalorian takes place 9 ABY. So Kylo's already 4.
Yeah.
So put it into perspective when Luke Skywalker comes to get Grogu, Kylo Ren or Ben Solo is already alive and has possibly been training already with Luke.
Yeah. So, to wrap that all together, Grogu most likely knows Ben Solo.
Fuck.
Because, yeah, Luke would pick him up and take him right back to fucking training house 10,000 where Kylo's at or where Ben's at.
Man, this is the cool thing. Well, there's a lot of cool things about Star Wars, but like
lightsabers.
If you're lightsabers,
no bras,
Force.
No bras,
no underwear. Light speed, Rathars.
What?
Forgot it.
Rathars. Top 10.
If you are iffy on the sequels, just wait 5 years because they're going to write a new storyline about Luke and the new Jedi Order and the Temple. And there's going to be like 2 plot points with Ben Solo that's going to tie everything together. And you're going to be like, holy shit, that was fucking awesome. Grogu and Ben are going to be training together. And then Snoke comes around and you're going to see a young Snoke and a young Ben Solo. Man. And then it's all going to lock into place.
What?
It's going to be fucking brand new again.
What if Grogu dies?
Yeah.
in the burning of the temple by Snoke or whoever you want to say did it.
I wonder how far they're going to take it. Because on the surface, it's like everyone loves little baby Yoda. And he's a cute little character, but he's kind of like, a plot point for the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So are they going to extend his character arc past the show is the question.
God, it's one of those. They kind of put themselves in a conundrum because, like, it's one of those untouchable characters. If you even suggest that Grogu was killed at the temple, like, I guess from a Disney point of view, because of course Skywalker was having younglings in movies, so it's not like it's very far-fetched to kill off a baby Yoda or a Grogu, but no, I
can't tell when you're using that word. I thought you said like Skywalker was having babies.
Oh,
or Skywalker was having younglings.
Having.
Like, damn, how many younglings did he have?
Yeah, so he's cutting younglings in half. Yeah. That also puts it into perspective how old do you think Din Djarin is?
I could tell you, maybe.
Let's see.
If he's got a Wikipedia entry, I can tell you.
Din
Djarin, Wikipedia fandom. It just says prior to 19 BBY, so it's not specific.
I mean, he kind of looks old, which is
so he's at least as old as Luke, and possibly older.
As old as Luke at the time.
Well, Luke is born 19 BBY.
Yeah,
so he's at least Luke's age, and maybe he's older than Luke.
So we're talking Luke age 9 years after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, which is 28.
He was 28 in Return?
Sorry, you said 9 years after. Oh, no, sorry. 9 ABY.
After the battle, yeah.
9 plus 19 is 28. So Luke's 28 in Mandalorian when he shows up.
Oh, okay. So he's probably, early 30s. I'm assuming, because I would say Din's probably a handful of years older, maybe 5 years older.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so all that also, I wonder where he got the Razor Crest.
He stole it.
Because he, didn't they say it was like between the Clone Wars and the Empire, so it's not on any records or some shit?
It's pre-Empire.
Pre-Empire.
The ship is a ghost. But it's not the ghost.
Nope. And it can't survive a barrage because kaboom.
Can't survive spiders either.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, sorry. We went on a little tangent, but like the fact that Kylo and Grogu are training together is pretty cool.
The timing's so weird.
And or dangerous.
One thing that we've seen in a flashback is obviously Leia training too with a lightsaber. With a blue lightsaber.
She gave it up though.
She did?
Pretty sure. Yeah. Wait,
Who got her lightsaber?
She just Rey has it. Had it. Luke gives it to her. It's hidden in one of those fucking bricks in his little hut.
Yeah. But she doesn't do anything with it. She just buries it on Tatooine, which has nothing to do with Leia.
That's that's true.
It's kind of a shitty thing. Like, oh yeah, I got this memento of Leia. Yeah, let's go to a planet she's never been to.
Well,
she has been there.
That's where her dad's from.
Yeah, she has been there because she was trained as a whore from Jabba's palace. She was a stripper for about.
She got halfway through the instruction manual. She was only there for like a week.
The whore code.
Well, that's where her dad's from, and that's where she was headed to get Obi-Wan Kenobi. And Alderaan doesn't exist.
No, I hear you. Just she has no hard ties, but yeah, she's obviously she was aiming to get there and fixing and trying.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the ending of 9?
I don't hate it the way a lot of people do.
What do you hate about it?
I just said I don't hate it.
I know. I want to know.
I guess Honestly, if I can tell you one thing, the thing I hate the most about that ending is Luke's hair. I don't. His hair is a different wig than what he had in 8, and I don't know why, and I hate it. That's what I dislike about it. No, I like the ending. I think it's good.
Yeah, I guess. No, it's a nice callback, obviously, because that's a classic scene with Luke, and it kind of wraps all the way around. You know, it's kind of shitty all at the same time because we're wrapping around the 77 episode 4. We're not wrapping around the start of the trilogy or the story. It should end in a pod race.
No, it should have ended with trade disputes.
Trade disputes. It should have.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. No, I have no issues with it. It is like a nice, beautiful call off, send off. Like, this is where we started. This is the Skywalker thing. You know, obviously they didn't do it in order for the call off, send off. They just went back to 77, to send off the episode 4. How is one of my gripes, which isn't really a gripe, but I just kind of one of my wishes would be that we could have seen Rey use her own built saber against Sidious.
Yeah, it would have been really cool if like she was training with Leia and Leia gives her saber. She's been holding on to it the whole time. And Rey gets in a fight with Kylo Ren and loses hers or breaks hers. And she has to make her own out of her staff before the end fight. That would have been fucking awesome.
Why am I blanking?
Why
is she using Leia's fight Leia's lightsaber at the end? Why am I blanking on this? What saber? Why is there 2 blue sabers? Because it's obviously Anakin's, who Ben has.
No, she tries to throw Anakin's in the wreckage on Octo and she's crying.
Yeah.
And Luke catches it and he says, "Fuck you, take this." But then he also takes Leia's out of his little cubby hole.
Mm-hmm.
So
is that a stupid question? I feel like it's not making a connection somewhere.
Yeah,
so,
because Ben lost it. Shinobi, help us.
It must be Leia's. She's handling Leia's. And then Luke, and then Ben has Luke's, and then Luke's saber. Oh my God,
Anakin's, not Luke's.
Anakin, the Skywalker saber, and Kylo get pushed, or Ben get pushed down the hole, and she pulls that back up, and that's where she does the X-Files move.
Yeah, I'm all the Jedi.
I'm all the Jedi, but that's with
the truth is out there.
Anakin's saber and Leia's, right?
Yeah, I guess my confusion now is when Ben rolls up to Exegol, what saber does he have?
Yes.
Or does he not have one?
No. She passes it through the Force over her shoulder, remember?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, but
cool.
So that means she had both of them with her.
So then is Ben using his mom's saber? Because that's fucking cool.
Yeah, either way, I need to pay more attention. Because that's such a thing that I should fucking know.
Who's Ben Solo? What are you talking about?
From a certain point of view, no one fucking cares.
Half the people really care. Half of the people care a lot about Ben Solo.
All right, I'm looking this up.
I think you have to watch it again.
Rey, episode 9.
Is it in our commentary? I don't think there's going to be a Google result for it. You need to just watch the scene. We can't do that on stream. It'll be illegals.
Yeah, it's all bringing up her yellow saber, which I really I think that's cool, and I just wanted to see that in action.
Yep.
Like, what a weird thing to be like, oh yeah, I made my own lightsaber and it's yellow, something you've never seen. It looks fucking badass, and a movie. And you're like, what?
It hints at a future series of movies with Rey, whether it's episode 10 or if it's something totally different. I feel like they need to give the sequels some time to wear off, though. I bet you 2026 we're gonna have Daisy Ridley back in Star Wars. I'll make that prediction right here.
It is
the archive.
It is.
What
it is Leia's.
That Ben is using.
She just pulls it up. Share my screen. I can't.
Yes, you can.
It's this saber right here. That's got to be Leia's.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And also, it can't be Luke's. Luke's is green. So the only two blue lightsabers would be Anakin's and Leia's at that point.
Yeah, I just didn't know if Ben. Yeah, I guess in my head I didn't know if Ben Solo like destroyed his blue one or if he had it just kind of like hiding. But yeah.
Yeah, and then she grabs Anakin's. Yeah, that fell
So-
down the pit.
So Ben was using Anakin's then. That's awesome.
Ben was using Anakin's. And yeah, so she's double. She's doing that. Ah!
Yeah. All right. Here's the thing we can chat about. I mean, I feel like we kind of did this back in December, but Rise of
Turn the music back on.
Skywalker. It is. Oh, sorry. Every time you stop sharing something, it goes
I
away.
know.
Every time I'm nervous. Go ahead and I'm nervous. Shit, what was I gonna say?
Something about it.
Rise of Skywalker. Sorry, it's been over a year.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Palpatine? Has anything changed? Just I saw that.
You know, it's one of
I
the,
was just like, oh boy.
it's one of those things that, like, on paper, I think what 100% makes sense. Palpatine's been the villain the whole fucking time. So even after he quote unquote dies, he should still be the villain in some way. Now, to the extent that they pulled it and the idea, you know what? If you were gonna go with a clone Palpy, making that more obvious that he was like looking to clone Force sensitives at any point during anything. I feel like after the Clone Wars, cloning technology was just forgotten, even for us audience members. I just, again, I think it makes sense that Palpy's the ultimate bad guy, but to go that length, first of all, I'm surprised as fuck that they went to a clone Palpy, which is honestly a more ridiculous thing than anything.
Chicago 2019. You heard that cackle at the end of the teaser, like, oh my fucking what?
Yeah, you know why it was surprising is they didn't hint to that at all.
It's because they
Ever.
didn't plan on that.
Well, not only in the all the movies, but in the two leading up to it. There was no inkling and no seeds planted.
That's what I mean, because they didn't plan on that. All you needed was like one scene. You needed in Force Awakens like one mention of him somehow. Whether it was like a side character or if Leia mentions it or Luke mentions it, like some mention of Palpatine. And then in episode 8, you needed Snoke, like a very, very subtle hint that Snoke was taking orders from someone else.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need, like an extra 30 seconds of footage. And that would have tied the whole thing together. So go back and do some reshoots on Last Jedi.
You know how easy it
Put in that
is?
scene.
You know how easy it is? Have a scene where Kylo and Snoke are talking shit. Kylo gets put in his place. Kylo walks out in a fucking tantrum. And as like Snoke goes back to what he's doing, like he turns and there should be a little hologram of a hooded character.
Exactly.
Something that slight.
Exactly.
That slight that all of us are going to notice immediately. Like, what? Who? Come on! Like, and
Right.
then when Clone Palpy shows up, we're like, fuck, that's who it was. He's been talking to him the whole time.
100%. Or you see him dial up the HoloNet call or something like that.
That was 285. That's Palpy's number. Direct contact all
Does
the way.
Palpatine deliver clones through Postmates? You
Postmates.
get some fucking Postmates over
Can I
here.
DoorDash a clone, please? Clone Dash.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it was ballsy. I'll say that. It was very ballsy to do Clone Palpy. I think, again, it makes sense on paper. It even fleshed out well. Like, to go to that extent and to put it on screen. First of all, episode 9 has a lot of ups and downs, but one of the ups is like when Palpy's involved.
Yep.
Or even the battle scene at the end, how he kills himself, whatever. You think I Am All the Jedi was really cringy, but I'll tell you one thing. I got goosebumps and still get goosebumps when he does that fucking electrical storm up at the fleets in that sound. If you have a good sound bar or something, I'm like, oh, I'm like, ah! Like Clone Palpy is this strong. Think of how strong actual Palpy was. So
Yeah. Now you see, I was in a Marvel mood. Now you're getting me in a fucking Star Wars excited mood. I
Yeah,
wanna watch Rise of Skywalker.
It's good timing because I did watch most of it maybe like a week or two ago. It's a lot of just jumping around. The whole like
It's rough.
skip light speed skipping. I'm like,
Yeah.
like the idea of it's so cool, but come on, you just fucked everything by doing that.
It makes
no
sense.
Yeah. It makes
Also,
no
if they
sense.
took out both of fucking Meriadoc's lines about the secret Siths and the Holdo maneuvers,
Yeah.
that, and also Poe saying like, "It's always been him." Oh, of course it is.
Yep.
Like those 3 lines make me want to cry. That's so
No, I
cringe.
agree. I really agree because that was clearly all for us viewers, not for
Exactly.
It was plot explaining. That's all that they, and that sucks because that character, I forget Bilbo Baggins' daughter's boyfriend's name, Dominic.
something. Yeah.
That he's such a cool actor, and it's like, oh my god, he's gonna be in Star Wars. Like, what's he gonna do? And then that's the part he plays. You're like,
Yeah, he literally just says the plot to you.
what? You just say the plot in the background. What? I don't
Buckleberry
know.
Ferry, 20 miles. That's what I want to hear him say.
I wanted
want
to
him
say,
the
"Fly,
secret's
you
only the
fools."
Sith. No, that's Gandalf says that.
I know. He's the other one that I want to see in Star Wars.
Ian McKellen would be awesome in Star Wars, man. Oh,
Yeah.
Rise of
Episode
Skywalker.
9. What are your thoughts on the Palpy stuff? Or were you asking about all of episode 9? I'm sorry.
No, kind of specifically Palpy, just because I saw that screenshot when you had the video pulled up. Yeah, I agree with everything you said. They just needed some through line to say that Palpatine wasn't gone entirely. Because I feel like as much as they incorporated like original trilogy characters in the sequels, I feel like with time and with plot, they did try to distance themselves a little bit. Like it's clearly Rey and Kylo Ren, and yes, Kylo's related to our older favorite characters, but they were specifically trying to say like Luke's not the hero, Rey is the hero. So they did a decent job with that, and then nah, never mind, man. It's Palpatine. It's always been Palpatine. It's always been
Poe
there
says that.
since the very beginning.
That's how I knew.
the pilot told me.
The pilot told me.
The
pilot!
The general now.
General. There were some like great snippets, and there's actually great characters like Babu Freak for like comedy, for comedic release, is a cool little character. Like the idea of like a black market droid smith. I'm like,
Hey.
yeah, but he's like a little quirky squirrel. Like that's fine with me.
Zori Bliss is cool.
Zori Bliss is badass.
Poe's random history as a drug smuggler doesn't make any sense either, and didn't really add anything.
I don't mind. You know what it just, if that felt forced, like let's do Han
100%.
Solo 2.0. He's a flyer and a drug smuggler. Perfect.
Are we gonna get a Poe movie backstory?
He's a dashing dude.
He's handsome and he likes the ladies. Oh yeah,
Ladies?
Han Solo, and he's a general too.
And he's a general.
He's a
That's
hotshot, and he
exactly
kind
it.
of kills people when he's not supposed to. But we made him a general.
This is a dumb question. Did Han ever meet Poe? In Seven? There's always a way to blow it up. Probably during that meeting.
Yeah, when they were doing the blueprint scene. Yep, I love a good blueprint scene. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Rise of Skywalker, everybody. Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch
do you have
it.
any-
I'm staying in Marvel moved.
Do you have any final thoughts on her taking Skywalker name? Or do you care about it or anything, Ray?
I like 30,000 foot looking at the whole thing. She's nobody. She's longing for family. She meets Luke and Han and Leia. She feels comfortable saying that she's part of the family. I like that very much. But, you know, we just go back again to it wasn't planned out. So from movie to movie, it was just so disjunct
Yeah.
that when you're in it, it just feels a little weird. But yes, the broader scope, yes, I do dig it. Ray
Yeah.
Skywalker.
Again, I think the idea of it was better than
The
don't know.
execution. Yes.
I think it makes sense for the character, but the way they went about it, how they got to that point was the issue because they didn't build it up at all. It kind of tore it down.
Hundo.
100 points to House Mopar. We're racking up those points today.
Oh yeah. We need to assign a headmaster. They can assign us points whenever we get trivia questions correct. Or whenever we say something really offensive, they just take points away.
That word is not real. Minus 10 points, Mopar.
House Commander loses 50 points.
And it always has to be condescending. 50 points. That makes me want to watch the Harry Potters.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good shit.
I'm on board with those. See, okay, let me ask you this.
Thanks for letting us know. I'm on board with those. Yeah.
They are good. They are good. But you know what they did
awesome.
well that Star Wars could have taken a page out of is
The person thought the whole 7 books out first.
yes.
She actually kind of didn't. I'm not as deep in Harry Potter lore as I am in Marvel and Star Wars, but people do complain about that. I feel like she thought the first 4-ish out really detailed. And then the Horcruxes thing was kind of thrown in later in the game. So it's not the smoothest thing ever, but all in all, it's pretty good.
You know what I like is, and I know we've talked about this, but how they start innocent and then they get very in depth and very adult. And that's
they
something
grow
that
the fuck up.
Yeah, but that's what I wanted in Star Wars. And
That
that's what
would-
I've always wanted in Star
Yeah.
Wars is to start innocent. It can be fun. We can be fun for 3 whole fucking movies, but then start
Not when
sliding
it's
down
a
that slope.
trilogy.
True.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there with young little Anakin, but he went from 9-year-old to fucking
42,
creeper.
what, 42 or 43? Yeah.
He goes to be 19 and he's instantly fucking creeper right away. He has no, there's no opportunity for, awkward adolescence or teenager stage. He goes from innocent 9-year-old to fucking weirdo
Mm-hmm.
right away. He's just been thinking about this one girl for 10 years straight. He
Well,
met her
yeah.
for 3 days.
Yeah.
9-year-olds aren't even romantically interested in anything.
Yeah.
They're trying to just get Pokemon cards and stuff.
Yep.
They're not about girlfriends yet. It's by the time you're into girlfriends, you would have forgotten about Padme 4 years ago.
I don't know. But that's the slope that they never went down. Maybe they never had the opportunity to do that, but now that we're starting fresh, it can start as an innocent thing and slide down that slope of holy shit, people are dying.
Yeah.
Before the dark times, and then we happy dance through the whole fucking original trilogy, and you're like, who's actually dying?
No one.
Just the officers under Vader.
Just
You poured my
Porkins.
coffee.
Yeah. Vader kills his own people.
Yep.
Porkins dies, and that Y-Wing pilot dies. Yeah.
Let me see this. I have a Google search here. Star
Death
Wars
count of the original trilogy.
death count.
Not enough, that's for sure. Not for a galactic civil war to be happening.
Okay,
There's a lot of death in Rogue One. Rogue One itself makes up for the whole death count of the original trilogy.
Star Wars death count. Watch every on-screen death. I don't need to see it.
I don't want to watch. I just want to tally.
Oh, they're considering. Okay, I mean that makes sense. So there's over 2 billion killed because of Alderaan.
Because of Alderaan. Thank you. Okay, so 2 billion and 17. So there's 17 total outside of Alderaan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I guess they're just saying there's over 2 billion in all the original trilogies. All the original trilogy movies. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just looking for a list. This movie has this many. That's this many. I can't find anything good. But
Seems like it's up to us to make the list.
we shall do it. List of deaths.
The on-screen ones. I don't think there's that many. I would say probably 40 across the whole original trilogy, maybe 50. Because all the stormtroopers don't die;
Wow.
they just get knocked over.
Here, I got a list here for you, small list.
Oh boy.
Screen Rant, which we love. It's the biggest deaths from every movie. Let's see if you can guess these. Episode 1, biggest death.
Qui-Gon.
Correct.
Like
episode
most
2.
Impactful, yeah.
Episode 2's, yeah. Just consider most impactful. Episode 2 is kind of hard, but
Jango Fett probably.
correct.
Nice.
Episode 3.
Padme.
Oh, no, she did not make that list.
Interesting.
That's
it's
probably
a lame ass death. Yeah. I was just thinking of bigger characters. Dooku.
No.
What?
Yeah.
Grievous?
Nope. There's a lot of deaths in episode 3.
Yeah,
That's
there
what we're
is.
getting
It's
at.
the pinnacle of the war. Who is it?
Mace Windu is they're claiming.
Oh, nah.
No, I agree with Padme almost, especially plot wise.
Yeah, as far as the story goes, definitely her. As far as the scenes and everything, I mean, it is a pretty epic scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Unlimited power. Okay.
That's
Solo. This is gonna be a tough one. I think it makes sense. But... First off, there's this answer and then the correct answer. But go ahead.
I'm gonna say Beckett.
No. Val.
Oh yeah, duh.
But the correct answer is Rio.
Yeah.
I feel so bad when Rio
Same
dies.
time. Oh.
So this one's controversial too. Rogue One. There's 2 characters. That should give it away.
Is it the main character?
Yes, Jyn Erso and Cassian. But arguably, I'd definitely say K2. As far as impact for the viewer, impact on screen, I think, yeah, they got the job done. But
Yeah, either him or Chirrut and Baze, their scene when they both die.
very true.
Yes, that one tears me up a little bit.
Keep that in mind, by the way. Just bring up Chirrut
Are they
here
in?
in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Episode 4,
Obi Kenobi.
Kenobi. By the way, that was one of the things I was going to ask. From a certain point of view, or from your disdained point of view,
From my salacious point of view.
would you say Darth Vader killed Obi-Wan?
I think he pulled a little Luke Skywalker and disappeared.
Yeah, that was one of the obvious things that I was going to bring up. And it's like, clearly he didn't kill him. Obi-Wan gave up and gave himself to the Force.
But he more than gave himself to he disappeared within a second.
See, but that's the whole thing. From a certain point of view, I was going to try to wrap a whole theory around Obi-Wan was never there. He was a ghost the whole time. And then the same thing, the same thing happens to Yoda too. He doesn't get killed or anything. He just fucking disappears like a fart.
Sometimes
I mean,
it takes a while for those to
Jedis,
disappear.
not a single Jedi dies in the original trilogy. They all just give up and become a Force fart. They give up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm just trying to think of how it happens. Obi-Wan clearly has been ready and waiting to join Qui-Gon in the afterlife, and he's, treats that as the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yoda's probably just sick of being in that fucking stupid body. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
When you're a
I
Force
agree.
ghost, you can do whatever you want. He is a fucking short frog, and he's been doing it for 1,000 years. He's so over it. And Luke is asking too many questions, and he's had enough. He's sick of eating beans. When you're a Force ghost, you don't have to eat anything. So yeah, he just gave up. And then Luke is the one that didn't purposely give up. He literally ran out of energy. His battery died.
His battery died. Yeah,
That was one of the most badass deaths of all time. Okay.
I agree. They did
Go.
that very well. This is going to be a very hard one from a
Empire.
certain point of view. Empire. I would have never. I don't even know this guy's name, to be honest. Let's see if you know it.
Really? Oh, that gives me some ones to think about.
Admiral.
Wait. Oh, it's one of the people that Vader kills.
Yeah,
Admiral
which is
Piett?
crazy. Who?
No. Admiral Piett?
No.
I don't remember the other two guys.
Yeah, I don't know his name. Kendall Ozzel.
Oh, Admiral Ozzel. Yeah.
Admiral Ozzel.
Admiral Ozzel came out of.
So this is going to be one of the most controversial ones of all time. Return of the Jedi.
Vader.
Not Yoda?
No.
Vader's been around for 50 years. Yoda's been around for 800, 900. Add as many zeros to the fucking thing.
Yeah,
And we're talking about the end of a fucking era, not the end of a life. You know what I'm talking about?
But the whole arc of original trilogy is Luke confronting his dad.
But Yoda's arc is so much broader than the last 50 years during this bullshit Anakin parts.
But Star Wars is about Anakin, bro.
You're right. Han Solo is for Force Awakens.
Hey! I don't think anyone would have gotten that one wrong.
The face that they have a picture of, it's just like as soon as he gets stabbed, he's like, that kind of hurt.
Thank you.
Last Jedi's obvious. Go ahead.
The tit alien whale.
Correct. The left tit. Yeah.
The
Jedi.
opera singer at the fucking casino.
Also, I know you've said this to me, but I just realized like 2 weeks ago that DJ's name meant "don't join."
Yeah.
I was like,
He's one of my favorite characters. Yeah.
they didn't even give him a fucking name.
That's on my tattoo list.
DJ.
Well, don't join in Arabesh. Yeah.
DJ Pauly. D.
DJ Pauly D.
And then Rise of Skywalker, obvious.
Leia. Yeah.
Clone Palpatine.
Oh, really?
No.
Leia.
No.
Kylo Ren.
Yes, Ben Solo.
Okay. That's fine.
Leia.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, Clone Palpatine was the one that changed the entire fucking thing. Leia could have died if Clone Palpy would have lived. We're all still fucked.
Is that what they're gauging the rankings on?
How fucked is the galaxy if this person doesn't die? Well, Mace Windu,
exactly.
we're all getting hammered.
Thanks, Screen Rat.
Yep, that's it. That's it. That was actually a decent list.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
A little thought process.
Something better than they've done in the past.
So you didn't even need to remind me. I'm so smart today.
Chirrut Imwe.
Something that they've been starting to dabble in that I would love to just go balls deep in is those Force sensitives that aren't a part of the Jedi or the Sith.
Yeah.
We see Maz, we see Chirrut. It's like the seeds are planted.
Oh my god. You just made me hate episode 9 so much more.
Go ahead.
Maz gets totally fucking sidelined.
Yeah.
Maz was one of the most interesting characters in Force Awakens, and she just gets totally fucking sidelined.
She's there as a plot device to send off Leia, which they do in a very cool way.
And then hand the fucking medal to Chewie. And she has almost no time in episode 8. I was literally waiting for her to be like the old mentor for Rey.
A non-Jedi teacher that can like give you pointers of their dogmatic, narrow-minded views.
Yeah.
Be like, look, they fucked up. They had great intentions, but they got clouded with A, B, C, D all through 10. And this is what you don't need to do. Like, listen to your heart, listen to the Force, go full Qui-Gon. I'm super big friends with him. We drink on Tuesdays. No, I agree. But the seeds were planted for for Force sensitives that were not a part of the Sith or Jedi.
Sorry.
I would love to see, and maybe this is where we're going. I would love to see a full community of Force sensitives. Now that we've seen Grogu.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a door at least that can be opened.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, that in the Mando, I know Ahsoka is not a Jedi anymore, but I was kind of expecting her to not start a Jedi Order, but start like bringing some Force sensitives together, not in like a council or anything, but like, you know,
Grouping them together is dangerous, though.
there's only a couple dozen of them that they know of in the whole galaxy. Like, just
almost
something to keep them safe or keep in touch with one another or something.
Yeah, I mean, I get why she wouldn't start and or begin or like try to group up with people.
Sure.
It's almost like you left a religion to start a religion. You know, that's like that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Not a it's a support group, not a religion.
I get it, but they're also Mystic Bastards. Is that the name of our religion? Is that our bike club? Our swoop bike gang?
Yeah,
Mystic
exactly.
Bastards.
The Mystic
That's my next
Bastards.
tattoo. The Mystic
Mystic
Bastards.
Bastards.
We're coming to get you. The Mystic
The
Bastards.
skull with the Jedi hood on and 2 lightsabers as crossbones.
Yep. That's what
actually
we're.
pretty
That's
cool.
what we're renaming the show. Actually,
Fuck yes, dude.
The
Nerd
Mystic
biker gang.
The
Yeah.
nerd. The swoop gangs.
Yeah.
Oh man! But my point was, I would love to see more force force sensitive, non partisan. I don't even know what the fuck you call that.
Yeah. No political parties in my Star Wars.
Yeah. Like there
Don't-
has to
not
be
about
now that the Jedi are down to 1.5 people and the Sith are down to cloning dead corpses. Like let's have a rise up of force sensitives, and the fact that they hint or say that Finn is force sensitive. It's a feeling. And it's
That's
like
why I think we're gonna get a sequel to Episode 9 eventually.
yeah, and that's where they could really push it. Broom Kid,
Yep.
Finn.
Broom
Maz
Kid
is
is a
the thing.
representation of an idea. We're not gonna see Broom Kid himself, I don't think, ever.
No, exactly. But it's that seed that's planted, that there are everyday people out there that have these powers that haven't been kidnapped by the Jedi or killed by the Sith.
Yeah.
And oh my God. And you know what is reinforcing all of this theory
What's that?
is Fallen Jedi.
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order. Cal Kestis with that holocron that he destroys. That could have been a fucking list of hundreds of children that are known force sensitives that now they
Well-
aren't going to be pushed into a fucking.
Obviously, we now know that Palpatine is behind the scenes. Luke tries to start a new Jedi Order, and it's obviously foiled secretively by Palpatine using Snoke to influence Ben Solo and make him go bad side.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you could argue now that Palpatine is out of the galaxy for reals until he comes back in Episode 12.
Mm-hmm.
Now Rey can probably go around, hopefully meet up with Ahsoka and start a new Jedi Order. And baby Grogu, hopefully Grogu's still hanging around.
Grogu, yeah.
Imagine Rey, Grogu, Ahsoka, Cal Kestis, and Ezra all on the Falcon together.
Yeah. And Seer.
Yeah.
Seer doesn't die. It could be. You know what? This is opening so many doors in my mind.
And Maul's back.
Maul's back with, yeah. Now there's 2 Mauls. Clone machine Maul, and now the new one.
No, they've taken his top half and they've put legs on it, and they've taken his bottom half and put a torso on it. So there's 2 Mauls now.
It's like
There's
a
2 Mauls.
starfish. You cut off limbs and it just keeps regrowing.
Yeah, exactly. Dark side.
Now he's got 2 double blades. So there's 4 blades, and now yeah. More horns, please. What I was gonna say is this is unlocking doors in my mind, because
That's good.
in watching Star Wars and our ideas of what Jedi and Force sensitives are,
Yeah.
it's like it's so narrow-minded. When I say Force sensitive, I'm like, okay, they've got to have maybe a lightsaber, a stick of some sort. They're wearing traditional robes, blah blah blah.
Got to be a stick.
Stick, yeah, they're fighting with sticks.
But just
But-
imagine a Force sensitive with a blaster. If you
Exactly.
know
Or
exactly where to aim.
Force sensitive pilots or force sensitive farmers that are just killing it out there.
Goddamn, the agriculture game is strong.
Agriculture I'm gonna wish my corn to be bigger. Mega corn.
That was the only thing keeping Owen Lars's moisture farm alive, was Luke just naturally making more moisture than normal because he's force sensitive.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't want him to go to the academy. That's the only reason.
Yep.
God, the yield is up 300%. Luke, you can't go in.
Yield. Wherever you're pissing, keep doing it, because that force piss is awesome. So, no, I agree. Like a force sensitive sniper, a force sensitive pilot. We've already seen force sensitive pilots that are badass, but only be a pilot and be the fucking craziest badass. I have a fucking squadron of force sensitive pilots.
Yeah.
Untouchables. That's what they would be called.
Not the Mystic Bastards.
No, the Mystic Bastards are the swoop gangs. They're on.
We got enough content for a fan fiction here.
Yeah, if we just someone write this shit down. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was anything else about not or Force sensitives being non-Jedis?
No, I dig it. And yeah, exactly. You always say all my points, and now all I have to say is I agree with you.
Okay. Yeah, no ideas. Well, let me tell you what you think of next.
Yeah. Tell me what my mind is.
So just for all of you, we just finished up season 1 of Mando for Fanboy Commentary.
Yes.
So if you have been waiting for the finales of that or finale, it's coming out. So get ready for that. So we're going to be moving on to season 2. But in watching season 1, we got to see those super battle droid flashback scenes that I think everybody loves because it just solidifies the badassery of the battle droids. What Commander and I were thinking about was like, how and when is this taking place? Now it almost kind of makes sense though. Because where our mind was this was 9 years after. Well, Mando takes place 9 years after Return.
No, 9 ABY. So that's like
Mando takes place 9 years after Episode 6.
No, it's 9 ABY. So it's 9 years after the Battle of Yavin. So it's like 4 or 5 years after Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Yeah, because remember, A New Hope is 0 ABY.
Yeah. Interesting.
Close enough. You're only a couple years off.
Well, what we were discussing was like maybe they're playing with us with the super battle droids being in that flashback. And my suggestion is they could be playing with us with the timeline of this. These could be recommissioned battle droids. Because we only saw super battle droids, 1.
Right.
2, they're doing a lot of droid fucking engineering at this time. Look at the Dark Troopers.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I don't know. It was just a thought that came through my head, and we were talking about the timelines and how.
And then we were trying to think of like why were the Mandalorians fighting the battle droids?
Yes. Who was? Because when you think about it, in Episode 3, Palpy shuts down all the droid factories and everything. The droid army's gone. So where are these super battle droids from? Who's commanding them, and why are they fighting Mandos?
Yeah, so we're meant to believe that this is taking place during the Clone Wars, so that if Din is like 6 years old during that flashback, and obviously he was born in like 25 or 30 BBY, and this is happening in between Episode 2 and 3. That's what we're led to believe. But
which I guess maybe kind of adds up now that we're assuming that he's maybe mid-30s.
Yeah, the thing that led me on that train of thought when we were recording was I don't remember Mandalorians fighting battle droids or the Separatists invading Mandalore or anything.
Even in the Clone Wars cartoons?
I can't remember.
I feel like there was
so many of them.
Mandos fighting battle droids. Also, side note, the finale of Mando of season 1. We're led to believe that stormtroopers stormed their little covenant and just killed all the Mandos. Man, how terrible! Like we're led to believe that Mandos are like untouchables and you can't kill them. Like they're so much better, and then there's just a fucking half mountain of helmets in the finale, and you're like, what happened?
Yeah, it does. It's incongruous with the fact that stormtroopers can't hit anything.
But everybody, like you said, everything happens off screen.
Right.
When stormtroopers are shooting off screen, everybody dies.
Yeah,
Look at Owen Lars.
It's when someone's watching them that's so much pressure they can't hit anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like
when no one's paying
attention
attention.
next to you. Yeah.
Exactly. And when no one's paying attention, they're 100% accurate.
It's like shitting with the door open in public restrooms. Remember that? Yeah. It is nice to go back and rewatch the Mando, though. You pick up so much more. And I've always had appreciation for like IG-11, but even more so. I love it.
I found an interesting thread about Death Watch fighting the Separatists. It's really lengthy. I'm going to send it over to the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
And we can read it. It's a thread on Reddit. Somebody was asking, like, you know, we see Death Watch Mandalorians fighting the Separatists in Chapter 8. When did that happen? Did we ever see Mandalorians fighting Separatists before? So I'm going to read that later.
From a certain point of view, that's all we saw.
From a certain point of view,
Clones are Mandos, bro.
Yes.
When were the Separatists not fighting Mandos? Is the real question. Only when
on
they were
Naboo.
fighting Jedis.
On Naboo. Yeah.
On Naboo.
On the Naboo.
Can I see a hillbilly Gungan? Well, is that Jar Jar?
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a road that I don't want to go down.
Oh, okay.
It scares me.
Scares. Should.
That's a lot of Star Wars talk for no Star Wars news.
Yeah, you know,
I like the
episode
theories.
9. I like that's all we're here for is bringing that shit up. I still 100% would love to see, and now that they can't do it, of course they'd have to recast her, but Leia in like action.
I mean, now that I feel like throwing Luke in the end of Mando season 2 was like a little test. Like, let's see, like, does the audience react well to this? Maybe he doesn't look perfect. Maybe we can fix this or that. But is it going to be received well that we are redoing Luke Skywalker, basically?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was, unanimously like, yes, this looks good, except for his mouth's a little weird. So with that out of the way, I feel like that makes it a little easier to recast him or have him be like the lead of a show. So I don't know, man. Throw Sebastian Stan in there. Let's do and recast somebody as young Ben Solo and somebody as young Snoke, or bring Andy Serkis back to do his mocap thing, and let's do a new Jedi Order.
Oh wow. That guy that did play Luke in Mando looks like Mark Hamill, a young Mark Hamill. He really does.
Well, it was Mark Hamill in Mando.
Oh,
but you
I just looked
probably Sebastian Stan. That's like the fan request, like recast Luke Skywalker using Winter Soldier.
Are you serious? They cast Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker in Mando, and they just CG'd over him?
Yep.
What?
Yep. Yeah, it says, well, one of the first things in the credits says Mark Hamill. And I thought at first it was just because of the voice. And then I looked it up, and then, yeah, he tweeted out like the day it came out that he was happy to come back and be a younger version of himself.
Interesting.
It was good old Marky Mark. But yes, far and wide fan opinion is that Sebastian Stan should definitely be cast for young Luke Skywalker.
I mean, I would be mad at it just as long as it just make it smooth.
Make it good. Make it good.
Do it.
Yeah. Star Wars.
Good day, Galaxy. Yeah, that's all we got. I did have probably some stuff written down, but fuck it.
I did too. We'll save it for next week. 4 days from now. By the time you're hearing this, probably 3 days from
Tomorrow.
Snyder Cut and Falcon and Winter Soldier come out this Friday.
That's going to take up half my fucking weekend to watch the one movie.
And then have to watch the other episode of the other thing. The 18th. Is it the 18th? I would assume it would come out on a Friday, so like late Thursday night. But yeah, Snyder Cut and episode 1 of Falcon Winter Soldier.
Oh, bad. No, you're right. March 18th. Yeah, the question is, does it come out at midnight? Midnight 01? Or
they've been doing it at midnight Pacific time, so 3 a.m. for us. So super
on the
late
18th,
Wednesday night, early Thursday morning. Yeah, at about 3.
So if I wake up at 3 a.m.,
I'm not that excited about it.
For Snyder Cut?
Sorry, I am. I'm not going to wake up at 3 to watch it.
What are you?
I'm probably. I'm glad we started thinking about this. I was just going to say I'll probably wait and watch it Friday night.
Yeah.
But then I have to not go on social media at all for a day and a half because I will definitely be spoiled.
It's tough. Other things that aren't coming up. We are less than a year away from the Batman.
Less than a year.
March 4th, 2022 is the new Batman, which is pretty crazy because I feel like they've been working on that all the entire past year, which I know it takes a while, but
COVID shit slowed things down. Let me see Marvel releases that are coming out in this year.
But also, I know COVID slowed things down, but they had a 3-minute long teaser for that movie 6 months ago. So
yeah,
the fact that it's not releasing for still another year is kind of ridiculous. But
whoa. Okay, there's some stuff coming out sooner than I thought. Okay, so sorry, I'm on a Marvel site. WandaVision's already out, obviously. Falcon and Winter Soldier starts this Friday.
Mhm.
Then Black Widow finally comes out in May.
Suicide Squad 2,
Then
Mortal Kombat, Venom 2. Oh,
then Loki series starts in June. And then that newer movie, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Marvel movie, comes out in July. And then you have Marvel's What If series. And then you have Eternals, which I don't know anything about. And then we have Spider-Man 3 in December. So there's like already like 7 Marvel things slated for this year, which I didn't even realize there was that many.
Why can't there be 7 Star Wars things slated for this year?
Because Bob Iger said that wasn't the right speed for Star Wars. I disagree.
Are you going to see Godzilla vs. King Kong?
No. I didn't see the last Godzilla.
I've never. I've only seen the one with Pierce Brosnan or whoever the fucking mouse is.
James Bond versus Godzilla. The last one I saw was the 2000, not the one with the Puff Daddy soundtrack. There was one after that with Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, that's the Puff Daddy one.
It is?
Moron? Yeah.
Fucking moron.
That is a Puff Daddy one. Yeah.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah. Matthew Broderick is in that movie.
No way.
Did you always think there was 2 movies?
Because I swear there was like 2 Godzilla movies like fairly close to one another.
One of them was an anime, I believe.
Well, because I love that song. I guess I just didn't. It's not even in the movie at all, is it?
Yes, it is.
It's probably like in the credits.
Nope. It might be in the credits as well. I think it's in the movie. You got a chicken nugget on your eye right now. No, it disappeared.
1998 Godzilla. Yeah, you're right. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That I might have to watch it again.
Yeah, so you're no longer a moron.
So retro nostalgia nonsense. When I got my DVD player for Christmas, the reason I saw Attack of the Clones so much is because I got my first DVD player with Attack of the Clones, Spider-Man, and this Godzilla 1998, and I watched those 3 movies so much. So if I don't remember the fact that there's that Puff Daddy song actually in the movie, it must have been credit song.
It must have been a credit song. I knew it was a part of it because I had that soundtrack. I bought it on CD, and that was one that I would listen to over and over. There's a bunch of weird stuff on that.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was one of the like earliest CDs I had ever bought. Was that soundtrack?
Hell yeah, dude.
Because I got a portable CD player, a Sony, and I just went fucking wild. I started buying everything.
Hell
up.
yeah, man. Walkman was a shit back then.
So,
and then we found out you could rip CDs and just download stuff from LimeWire and burn it. Man,
yep.
Game over, dude.
Yeah.
Now you can just go to YouTube and listen to whatever you want.
Yep. In a nickel back of time. You just watch it yesterday.
Alrighty.
Good day, Galaxy! Rosebud Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Random noise. I'm done with this shit. Had enough of myself.
Yeah.